The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back into it, and we are back at it. This is the holiday edition, Christmas in full swing of The Local Show right here on 570 WSYR. It's celebrating now. Are we 7 years or 6 full years?
You know what? I was trying
almost 7 years.
I think it's almost 7 years. It was pre-COVID.
Definitely.
We originally did it 1 hour
we were at the studios and
then things changed. And then for some reason, people like listening to you, Tom. I don't quite understand it. But the listenership went way up, and it goes from 2 hours and 4 hours. And hey, thanks for listening, everybody. I was at Twin Trees the other night, Tom. I walked in.
We should have them on.
We should have them.
It's funny.
Right in North Syracuse, okay? I walk in and we're meeting some friends there, and the lady goes, "Hey, I listened to the show. I love it." I go, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I think she did it just to annoy my wife.
Right.
You know, and then
your wife does not want you to celebrate stardom.
No, it's not stardom. It's like, well, thank you. And she's and she was very pleasant and stuff. You know, but so anyway, you get that where people, that happens to you more than me, I think.
No.
You got the voice. You got the voice.
Yeah, you know, that it's funny. All of my ego and everything was beaten out of me over the years.
Yeah.
When I used to really think I was somebody back in the days of radio when radio ruled the roost, you know, and there wasn't all the competing stuff.
Sure.
I would walk through Green Hills and people would like, "Oh, you're on with Margaret in the morning," and all that stuff. And it was like, yeah, it was great. Then it just kind of like,
you know, our friend Rick Gary, there's still folks around, you know, doing their thing. You know?
Well, we try. Speaking of celebrity, though, somebody who's been a business person in town for a long time and done quite well for himself and the family and for all of us who've bought cars over there. It's Roger Burdick, president of Drivers Village in Cicero. How you doing there?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, Roger. Good. I'm so happy to meet you in person. I hadn't, I've known of you and known people around me who've known you, and they've all said great things. And now I get to see you in person. How did you start your career in the automotive business? Like, how many years ago was it?
It takes this long story.
That's fine. Go ahead. We got
it's only a 2 hour show.
Right. You can go till next Christmas.
All right. It won't take that long. Okay. So I grew up in a business. My father was a Kaiser Frazer, then he was a Packard dealer, then he was a Rambler dealer.
No kidding.
And so during my school years, he was a Rambler dealer. And I would work there after school, weekends, holidays, snow days, brush off cars, and
good golly. Where was it located at that point?
Right on Route 11.
Okay, right. Okay.
Right on Route 11.
Your dad let you get away with murder, right?
No, my dad did not.
I know that's not true. Go ahead.
You know my family.
Yeah.
So my dad he's my hero. He was a wonderful man, a godly man, and but he was a disciplinarian also, with not a heavy hand,
right,
but a reasonable. I knew when I got punished, I knew it was coming. I didn't argue. So anyway, grew up working part-time for my father, and then when I got out of school, I went on, worked for a couple of other auto dealers in town, and then in 1971, I opened up a pants store. You may remember it.
Roger's Slack Shack. I do.
No, I don't remember.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was at the time when jeans were really getting popular. Yeah. When I went to high school, I had to wear a collared shirt. I had to wear slacks and shoes. Sneakers were in the locker for gym class.
Yeah.
So the school system started to relax their dress code.
Sure.
And so jeans took off. That was when the beginning of the jean craze. All the chains, the jean stores opened up, tops and bottoms, and those.
Right, all those places.
And so I'd read an article in Western Wear magazine about guys that were buying old gas stations and renovating them and opening them up as jean stores. So my grandmother had the trailer park, you may remember, right on Route 11 in North Syracuse. In front was a building, The building had been a number of things over the years, but at the time, it had been a taxi cab stand, and that they went out and it was empty. So I made a deal with Grandma, rented the space, and renovated it, and put in Levi jeans, hip huggers, male, land lover, all of that.
I remember
stuff.
the way they were in. I can picture it. I used to go there.
And we made plywood bins.
Yes, I remember.
And everything was bell bottoms then. Yeah,
bell bottoms and hip huggers.
Yeah.
And so that was the first business. But I loved the car business, and I wanted to get back in the car business. So I started buying and selling used cars in 1973.
Yeah.
And I started writing to all of the import manufacturers, even some domestic, looking for a dealership. I wanted a franchise. 1974 in the spring, the Mazda rep called me and said, "Are you still interested?" I said, "Yes." He came. We sat down. He told me the requirements. I sold the pants store and got enough capital.
Where was your dad in this? Was he like behind you? Did he know? Were you like, "Hey, Dad, I bought a Mazda dealership"? I meant to tell you.
Did he still have a dealership?
He was coaching me all the way.
Oh,
And
awesome.
If it wasn't for his reputation, I would have never got a bank to back me.
Okay. Right.
In the car business, you need a line of credit. So we
Gotta
call
have
it
that
a
floor plan. Yeah, the floor plan.
That's the terminology in the car business. So I was able to get from Lincoln Bank. You may remember Lincoln Bank. Chase bought out Lincoln, became Chase. So that was the beginning. 1974, Mazda franchise, right on Route 11. I rented the building from Dad. It was one of the ones.
Was it near the theater? Was this theater, the drive-in, still operating at them?
No, it was right down in our Syracuse.
No, right down, just a little south of Sweetheart Corner.
Oh, okay.
Kind of where
down
Delta
that
Sonic
far.
is now, right near that.
The Delta Sonic car wash is there now.
Yes,
Right,
it is
okay, so
that
that
same
was down
footprint.
there.
Okay.
Same.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
sold that property to Benderson Development, who develops
Gotcha.
the car wash. So that was the beginning. It was not easy at first. Did better with the pants store than I did with the Mazda store.
Better margins.
Yeah.
At that time, Mazda had
That was relatively new to the U.S. market, right?
It was, and they were almost 100% rotary engine.
Oh, wow.
That Winkle, you may remember.
Yes, I do.
So anyway, it was hard. They came out with the Arc 7 in '78.
Yeah, that
and
happened.
when that came out, it really launched the brand. Manufacturers often build what we call a halo car. The Datsun 240Z was a halo car that helped the whole brand sell. Mazda did the same. 626.
Does my B2200 Mazda red pickup truck that I got from you guys, does that count? There wasn't a signature vehicle that way.
No, do you still have it?
You know, that was my first new vehicle.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, we sold a ton of those.
Right?
A ton of
Little
those.
space behind the seat. I thought I was all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, that was a great truck. Anyway, that was the beginning. In 1984, I was able to get the Buick dealership that was the Bombard Buick. They were over on Teal Ave.
Sure.
They were in bankruptcy. We bought the assets from the bankruptcy court. And then over the years, I've been able to add franchises, either by being awarded the franchise or by buying out someone that was retiring.
Right.
So now at Jarvis Village, how many dealerships do you have there?
We've got, it depends on how you count. So if you count franchises, we've got about 21.
Wow.
But that's, you got Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram all in one showroom. So that's one dealership, but 4 franchises.
So let's carry you through the break. After the break, we're talking with Roger Burdick, the president of Drivers Village. We're going to talk about cars, but we're going to talk about Christmas and talk about your life. You've got quite a story to share, and I want to hear that after the break. Okay, Roger?
Amen.
Thank you.